putting them over here.
Yeah, then you can light them. You can stick them in now.
Okay. You said don't light them now.
You can stick them in and don't light them.
Stick them in where?
Hi, everybody. In the ground.
No. Well,
no?
I thought of that. Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Okay. We're still signing in and everything. We're outside in a picturesque area of our farm, whatever. Let me move this over. And when the sun sets, we'll be out here. You won't be able to see us. I'm signing in on my little gadget here, which it doesn't see the house. It won't connect to our home Wi-Fi. So I hope somebody is here. If you're not, we're going to continue on, because remember, right after us at 9 is Simply 7 Living. And if you haven't seen Simply 7 Living, you owe it to yourself to go over there and give them a whirl, because they're worth it. Let's see, desktop. Oh dear. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Almost, folks. Just a minute. I have I have 3 things to show you first. One is an announcement, and then we'll go on to tell you about, what happened. What is this? Oh, in our bee yard this week, which isn't too much. However, from what we did assess, from what B-Man assessed, any day, what is it with this? We're going to have to be back down there, perhaps soon. Yikes. Okay. For those of you that are here, and you'll see this later, if you're not here, let me put this up here to see what's going on. Remember, I'm not going to see the chat until this other little gadget comes on, but that's okay. First, I want to show you. Let me get my box. Just a second. Okay. I'm so against. Oh, we can't clutter it up. Okay. Hi, Maureen. Hi, all sorts. Hi, Renee. Renee with the good morning. I love it. Okay. First, I would like to show you here's my blanket, which doesn't really matter, but my troll, which 2 family homesteads sent to me, and I love it. I have been for some time a moderator in their stream. Their stream is on Monday at 9 o'clock. 2 family homestead. And so Sherry in that stream was gracious enough, or family at 2 family, was gracious enough and kind enough to send all of her moderators troll. I debated if I should brush her hair, his hair. I don't know if it's a he or she. I'm gonna have to ask Sherry. I just love it. I just love it. Can y'all hear me? I hope. It says here you can hear me, but this is buffering. Oh yes, Renee loves trolls. Okay, I do too. Okay, that's the first item. Second, as you know, I need to turn this one down, because that's going to be, I'm going to turn it upside down. Oh yes, here we go. Renee loves trolls. Okay.
You're going to double sound.
Well, I like double sound. Okay. Deep South Homestead. If you don't watch them, you should be. They actually have 2 channels. Danny, well, the husband and wife team, Danny and Wanda. You can find them at Deep South Homestead on YouTube, and they do everything. I mean, they do stuff I can only dream of. And Wanda has spun off a little bit on her own channel, Crazy Days. Now, folks, it took me a long time to find that channel because I was looking at DAYS, DA whatever, but it's crazy DAZES. Don't quote me on that. But they do have a Facebook page for Deep South Homestead, and you can message her there and get her YouTube channel. And when she says crazy days, that's just what she means, because one stream I absolutely loved. She was in the car waiting for Danny. He was in the store, and she was shelling peas. And I can so relate to that. Whenever we go to church or somewhere, I'm always asking my husband, are we going to go get gas? Are we going to do this after? Okay, well, no, take me here, take me there. And people go, well, why do you do that? And it's because then I can do stuff in the car, like, hi, Michelle, Jane Michelle. Okay. I crochet. I'm an avid crocheter and craft person. So, and in fact, I'm working on an Afghan for somebody right now. And so that's a lot of good time. You know, I don't like just to have my hands sitting there like this, you know. I'm always doing something. Well, anyway, Danny at Deep South Homestead is a carpenter. And, you know, if you see their home, it's just gorgeous, beautiful. And I got 2 items in the mail, which I ordered. First, I got a slotted spoon. And on the back is his signature, Deep South Homestead. I hope I'm putting that the right way.
Yeah, actually.
Huh?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking he does it as a brand.
He does it as a brand.
I think it's a
You
brand.
think that's a brand?
Yeah.
We will ask him.
Because if you look at this, the precision,
Uh-huh.
I think it might be a brand.
If it's freehand, it's really good. Okay, hubby thinks it's a brand. So I will have to find out from them if it's a brand or if it's, anybody know? Yes, I got one of those, Renee. You know what I did? I said, okay, that's it. I said, every time I go on your Etsy store and try to get something, it's gone. So I just threw him some money and said, I want one of these, and I want one of these. That's what I did. And I just love it. Oh, now I have forgotten what kind of wood this is, but it does come from their property there. And I encourage you to send them a note, a message, something, if you want one of these. I have 2 other spoons from them. I use them all the time, and you just put olive oil on them to keep them going. And, you know, I love wooden spoons, but this is not like you get in your store, folks. This is fantastic. I also know that he will make the handles longer for you. Being that I'm a short person, that's not going to work for me. I would be steering kind of funny. So I said, no, I'll take the regular one. So this one I ordered. And also the infamous bread bowl, which I absolutely love. Now that has also the Deep South Homestead brand. Maybe it's one of those wood burning kits from childhood.
I don't know. He could do it freehand.
If he does, or maybe it's a stencil. We'll find out, folks. And on the back, he has a DK for Danny King, #1. Oh, this is the first in his series of bread bowls. He can make them larger. He can make them smaller. I forgot what kind of wood this is else. I'm not a, you know, I'm sorry.
It's a hardwood.
It's a hardwood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
It's definitely hardwood.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Maple,
and
oak,
yeah, even if you just want to get a small one. Am I getting any questions here on this? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I know. Yes, he does it. Oh, he burns it in by hand, no stamp. Get out. See, it's one of those wood burning kits he got from childhood.
He's steady.
He sure does. He's steady.
Yeah.
Look at that. Deep South Homestead. And on the back, Danny. So this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. In fact, you know, I may have to get another one. I'm going to Colombia later on in the year, way later on in the year. And I would like to, well, I'm not, maybe I won't. I always say, you know, if I get another one, I know it's not going to leave here. I might get her a spoon. That's what she's going to get. But I love it. I absolutely love it. And #3. Don't y'all just love this? Okay, reminds me of teaching. Okay, is Half-baked and well done. Now, this is a newsletter that Sherry and I, Sherry, the troll lady, from Two Family Homestead, and I began. I actually, I thought, I want to do something different. I want to break out of YouTube. We are staying on YouTube. We would never leave this. But, somebody's texting me. Is that Sherry? Sherry, it's funny because, Oh, yeah. Okay, that's Sherry telling me something. But anyway, we met and we became fast friends. We're in the same decade of age. We have the same number of children. We've been through the same stuff with them, and we just really clicked. And as you all know, I'm a teacher. Well, I was a teacher. I was a sub, but I am a licensed and certified literacy specialist in New York. And I don't know what she's saying. Okay. And Sherry has a very strong literary background. That's for Sherry to tell. I'm not going to put her business out here on YouTube, but she does. Okay. And because, anybody got any questions here? Okay. Yes, he does. I think he is going to make cutting boards. Is it Shelly? Am I saying your name right? Can you write that phonetically? I think he is going to make cutting boards, and I'll have to put my order in for that too. I don't know, but I probably would want another bowl. I'm partial to the bowls and the spoons. Oh, and also I got some pumpkin seeds. Do you remember what kind of pumpkin seeds they were? Some kind of super duper pumpkin seeds. Something we never heard of up here in the north. I'll put it on my description when I get to that. But back to this. This is a newsletter. And it's light and breezy. That's what we call it. And it has all kind of things like helpful hints. Remember, these are little cute sayings. Tea, which is our take on something. This time for tea this month we wrote about, or this issue we wrote about summer. The Farmer's Almanac, what they have to say about things. The good old days, our take on the good old days, and words to ponder, which are more quotes, and Sense and Sense. And my hubby came up with that term. Okay, I'm surrounded by literary folks. Yeah, my hubby's published, but we won't go there. But I struggle because, as you know, I'm dyslexic, but I have my paperwork, my degree, my license, and everything. And I think, from what I've seen, people that have challenging issues like that tend to really strive harder. But anyway, Sense is Sense, which is about money, things to do to save money, quotes about money, which, are just quotes about money. And then the end, we're getting there, just the end. And where to send in your subscription are references. We're not into plagiarism. And what we envision for the future. Now, if you want one of these, all you have to do is go to Jerry Rory. Hold on. Go to half-baked or well done at AOL.com. I will put that in the description. Just send us an email with the word subscribe in the subject line. And we'll get you on the list and we'll send one of these babies out to you. Also, we just started a Facebook page called named Half-Baked Well Done. I will put that in our YouTube subscription also. It's a closed group. You don't have to pay to get in. And we're vetting it really strong right now, and I'll get to that in a minute. But we love to write. I have been working on 4 novels for the past couple of years, and Sherry's working, that's for her to tell, what she's working on herself. And we find that just doing something light and breezy like a newsletter is really helping us. And we wanted something positive for women. Okay. Now, what the newsletter? Please do. Yeah, you all have to Cherokee, tan pumpkin probably could be Renee. But y'all just have to send us the emails. You know, we're inviting everybody that we know. Now, over at the Facebook page, I want to tell you something. Now, Sherry is a homesteader. We're beekeepers. Never, you know, some homesteaders do raise bees. Not too many beekeepers are true homesteaders that, you know, raise all their food and have animals and things, because those bees, when they get going back there, they're nuts. Okay, so we really don't have the time, you know. I just don't have the information to get up with the chickens. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, folks. I just don't. You know, we did it for how many years? When our children were young, we had a miniature horse and a goat over there in one of those barns that I showed you one day. And
over a decade.
Yes, over a decade. We were up in the morning. Yeah, we were up over there at night. And, you know, we couldn't go anywhere overnight because we would have to find somebody to take care of them. And as with the bees, we just close them up, make sure they have enough food and everything is going hunky-dory, and take off. So we don't want to go that route again. And like I said, we're inviting a lot of people to the Facebook page. Believe it or not, Sherry and I have very wide circles of folks. We know people in all different professions, education, medicine, you name it. Even some low-level politicians, and don't get me going on that. So because of that, you know, we know people from all faiths, Christian, Jewish, what have you. And I can tell you right now, before you get there, no postings on religion, no postings on politics, and no selling. We are going to be asking for a few things, but I have to clear it with my partner first. I can't just make these decisions. But I put a very stern thing there because I thought, no, this is not a marketing campaign. I don't, you know, I get so tired of, now this is me personally, going into a video or something and everything is buy. That's not why I'm there. Nothing against the people that are doing it, and I love them dearly, and I do understand where they're coming from. But, you know, that's just not our take. So that's how that goes. So, you know, and we would probably lose a big amount of the people we have there because some of these people we know, and, you know, no, we did not tailor this for them. We tailored this toward what we felt women needed today. And men. You know, homesteaders, beekeepers, stay-at-home moms, homeschoolers, anybody. This is a very generic newsletter. We are going to start one feature, one inclusion, which is a guest writer. And we'll be taking that information up the road, where we want to spotlight some people that are subscribers and have them write an article that is inspirational or informative. Not, you know, anything about food or anything like that. Because believe it or not, most of the people I mentioned previously, like the politicians and the educators, they know the food is full of junk. And a lot of them have gardens and things like that, you know. And like you've heard me say on some occasions, I grew up at my grandmother's house on occasion off-grid. I don't want to see anything off-grid. I think it's the people doing it now. If you go back to my homesteading, why did I start homesteading with a twist or whatever? That's it. I mean, I used an outhouse. I used a chamber pot. I used all that stuff. Now I just want to push a switch and that's it. You know, so that's just me. That's just me. The exception is we may go solar for our little cabin back there. But other than that, you know, that's pretty much it. Are there any questions on any of these items? Please, I will put the email address for subscribing, and I will put the link for the Facebook, okay? And then we're good to go. You know, and we see it as growing and expanding. And, you know, like I said, we've already started on issue 2. So you may see a few of these a month or stuff like that, because it's you know, Once you get your format done and everything, if you're a prolific writer, which we are, all day long, it's a piece of cake. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to say that to people. You might, depending on where you are in your life. I remember where a lot of you were in your life, young, children, been there, did that. I got up every day and went to work or church or something. I didn't know if I had all my clothes on. That's where my brain was. So with that having been said, all of that. Oh, hi, Cooking with a Little Spice. Okay, those are all my all of the things I wanted to share with you. Are there any questions on any of them? Anything? 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 Yeah, I'll be posting that when I go back up to the house, and I'll put the Facebook link. I'll put the email that you just sent in your subscription. All we want is an email, and then so we know who we're sending what to. And we'll lighten up a little bit in the Facebook, but for right now, because things tend to get out of hand, and because things on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, depending on where you go, it's kind of like the wild, wild west. I don't want to go there, folks. I just need something firm. And we are going to be seeking folks that have a lot of background to be moderators. You're not going to take who they are. They're not going to be in our community. They're going to be folks who just do this out there. Where am I here? Okay, now, would you like to tell them where we are with our bees? As you know, last week, and if I seem a little ditzy, it's because I'm on heavy pain medication. I have a toothache that's not a toothache, which means no cavity, nothing's wrong with it. And just still trying to find out why I have pain on this side where there's nothing going on. So I'm like, woo. Great. I love America. Okay, as you know, last week we were streaming live from the bee yard. And I know that the video was not always great. I'm not a video person. I just wanted to put something up because I felt it was only fair. People could say, oh, how do we know what she's doing? How do we know? How do we know what they're doing? How do we know they even have these? How do we know this? No. So I decided, I said, it's better to show something that, than nothing. And if you watched any of those streams, you'll be able to tell we have bees. Sorry about what? Check it out, think questions. Okay. Well, no, you can ask questions about bees. He's going to get going. Mr. B is going to get going on what he did down there. But as we don't always agree, too. You'll hear us down there like, okay. We don't always agree. I mean, we realize that we're streaming and, we're very kind and very loving, but, you can't see the looks we're giving. Hi, Finite World. It's fine. You're here. No problem. But we love it. And some of you said, oh, I'm scared to death of bees. I'm scared to death of bees. And I think one reason I was really trying to get you not to be afraid of bees and to have confidence in your bee suit. And if you looked at where I was and what I was doing, I have confidence in my bee suit. I didn't have to take out the leaf blower at all. But I had it with me. Okay, so Aspen. Oh, that's great, Renee. That's great to know. Okay, so there were 2 hives where we introduced queens, and Mr. B can explain to you why he taped up the entrance. When you're putting in the queen, and we did show you, I didn't put the package up, but it comes in like a package that just says keep in the tray. Does it say alive or something in there?
This is perishable.
This is perishable. But if you put
but if you put your ear there, you hear bzzz,
But you normally put it, we did show you when we were putting in the bee cage. And also, okay, go get the babies. Oh, you're so lucky. These are the best days of your life. Is it Shelly? Is that how you say it? Yeah. Best days of your life, honey. You go take care of those babies. Okay. He ta- Ideally the little cage has well, not ideally, it has a piece of like candy there, and the bees smell, oh, a new queen, you know. Of course we take out the pheromone that we've put in there, and to make them think they have a queen, to discourage laying workers. And then we you know, they come through, they eat all the candy. Oh, we got to get her, we got to get her, you know. And then she comes out with her attendants in there. How many attendants are there usually? I thought there was 5, but maybe the 5 can't fit
It
in
seems like it's 4,
4 maybe.
4 or 5.
And she goes out into the hive and does her thing. But on 2 of them, he chose to tape the entrance to get to the queen close. And you can take it away from here.
Okay.
And why he did. And it worked. It worked.
Okay, on one I checked today, I was taking off the tape. We had put it in on August 10th, and so she's been in the little cage in the hive for 5 days approximately. And the reason that I put tape on the end of the sugar, which is what the bees eat through from both sides, the bees inside and the bees outside, through the queen. I put the tape on the outside. My mentor recommended it, especially after I lost a couple of queens. It helps them to get the scent of the queen, get used to it. If they're not used to it and there's a rogue bee in there who is becoming a laying worker and we don't know it, and they can get to the queen, they will attack her and kill her when she comes out of the little cage. So, you know, you got to pay for them. So,
Yeah.
Plus it sets you back weeks if you lose the queen. So that's why we tape it up to delay the queen coming out. So I took the tape off one today and put it back in, and hopefully we'll see how that works.
I have a thing here. Right, Renee, you're right. By the time she gets out, they are familiar with her scent, and so they don't kill her. That's hopefully. We've had some killer, so that's why he delayed letting her out. I'm gonna lighten. I got a surprise for you guys today. Go ahead, talk. Over there? Okay. Ooh. Go get my surprise. Get a surprise.
There's a lot of surprises when keeping bees, and one of them I got today. We had put one queen in a very small hive, a box that we had taken from our #1 hive, because we thought there were laying workers in there. So I put a queen in that box and set her up to be released. I went down, that was several days ago. I went down today, and the whole hive is gone. My wife doesn't know this yet.
What's gone?
Now the small one.
Oh.
So the whole box, the queen was out of the cage. She came out. I looked for dead bees. There's no dead bees anywhere at the bottom of this one single box hive. So she came out and they all left. It's called absconding.
Walmart, it's called they left.
Yeah, well, it's called absconding, but it's okay. They left. I got another surprise. We had a single box today. There was a nuke that we created early in the spring as a backup to have a queen and so on. And that's just 5 frames in a wooden box, and still at 10. And I went down to check that out to see, because there had been swarm cells, several swarm cells at the bottom of that. And I was hoping that instead of swarming, they would the queen would come back and the hive would flourish. Well, I went down, I opened that hive, that box, they're all gone. So, yep, she came back, she took her mating flight, came back, and took them all with her. So they all went somewhere and I missed it. Their swarm went somewhere, we don't know, it's really bad. It was a modest size hive because it was one box.
Yay! If you can see them.
Oh, you can see them.
Can you see them?
Yeah, it was one box. So when a hive swarms this late in the season, their chances of survival wherever they go, if it's in the wild, are less than 10%. They have virtually no chance of surviving. So that's 2 boxes I opened today. Small, just one box, and they were both gone. On the other side, the good news is
good news.
Yeah, I opened a couple of hives that we started with nukes early in the year in May, and they started out with 5 frames, little starter hive, and I expanded that to 10 frames on the bottom, and there's 2 10-frame boxes above it. So it went from 5, now there's 30 frames. They're all filled. Honey and brood, which is the eggs, on the bottom. But everything else is honey. They're just going gangbusters. So I needed to put another super on top. So the 2 I opened that we had purchased in the spring, both needed another box because they were blowing right out of their hive. They were, we went, like I say, went from 5 frames to 30 frames filled with bees. So that's really a good queen, and they're doing very well. So we have 2 that are going gangbusters new this year. Let's see. The hive where there was another one we found without a queen that was 7. And we put one of the nukes that we created early in the year on top of it because it had a laying worker. And we did some finagling. You saw us do this. Put a queen excluder metal between the 2 and newspaper, which is what you do in your merging hive. So at the bottom, we had bees that were failing. And in the top, we had a nucleus that was doing pretty good with a laying queen. So put that on top. This is something new we're trying to figure out how to work with. It's a big problem. A lot of people just throw the hive out. So anyway, I opened that up. They've eaten all the way through the newspaper. It's been a couple of weeks, I think, by now. And took out the queen excluder, took out the newspaper. And on top, they're just blooming. It's great, and they're going throughout the hive now. So that one was successful. The queen was laying. That transition succeeded. So that was some of what I was doing today.
Well, I will be down at the bee yard, folks.
She's going to say those 2 were empty because she didn't
down
look.
at the bee yard. Let's see, what's Wednesday? Oh, with my pain and everything.
Wow, yeah.
I'm gonna load up on painkillers.
You can't be medicated and go down.
I could be medicated and go down there. So I guess it is a bit of a gamble with beehives. Oh, Renee!
I gotta move some wood.
He's gonna move some wood. It is. However, can you put some more sparklers or throw the sparklers in there? You should have seen us the 4th of July. We had everything going out here. We just sat here and lit up everything. It was a riot. Of course, we had the hose right there. And then we took videos of it and sent it off to our children. They live in other states, North Carolina and Florida. And they were like, oh my goodness, somebody needs to go home and see these people. But anyway, oh no, I'm fine now with Renee. I've got my painkillers. I'm good to go. But I'm gonna have to load up on painkillers and go back to the beehive. I wear my back brace because we don't always agree on things. Now I'm going to have to in depth go over what it is he did. I don't know what he did. I'll know what he did later, but I'm sure, you know, it's a, that's why you really want to start with, I say, if you're just starting, 3. That way you have hives to play with. You have frames to play with. You can move, I'm going to make this a little better because this is glaring on my face. You have frames to move around brood and things like that. And it works better. It really does. If you just have the one hive, and I know so many people that just have the one hive, and, you know, it's heartbreaking when they lose it. It really is. So, you know, that's how I see it. You know, any questions about that? I'm fine with the painkillers when they don't. What? Yeah. It is a gamble. But like I say, you know, joining a bee club and stuff like that really helps. Although, you know, in our bee yard, I think I mentioned that it looked like, it reminded me of Frankenstein's castle, because we have all these experiments going down there. What is that flying over here? We never see a plane out here. Marcus, the Russians. Look at that. We don't have planes in here. I don't know. Oh, well. Yeah, it could be. So, is there anybody here that actually has tried or is keeping bees or is thinking about it? I hear about stingless bees. What's your take? Stingless bees. There's such a thing as stingless bees, Renee? Did you know anything about what kind of bees are those? Stingless bees? I'm going to Google that, Renee, when we get back to the house. There's such a thing as stingless bees, Mark. Stingless. Yeah, they don't sting. I'll give you a take when I find it. I never heard of them. The only thing I have heard of are queens that are resistant to disease. There's some type of hybrid queen, and they just do great things. You know, you get a queen that is immune to stuff like your varroa mites and everything, and her brood is great. Okay, now what's this here? Yes, man on Blake Serbies, like that they talked about. Okay, so it's ma'am on Blake Kirby's. Okay, I will check out Blake Kirby. I've seen him around. I just haven't gone to any of his streams yet. He looks like he knows what he's doing. You know, Blake. There is a beekeeper up the road. That's how we talk here. Yeah, Kirby's. I knew, Renee, but thank you for the spelling. How many hives does that man have up there? Approximately.
Well, I haven't really had a chance.
I'd
say over 30.
Over 30 hives. About how many miles?
I'd say he's about 5 miles away.
About 5 miles away from us. He has about 30 hives, and they're right up closer to the road. But he sells his honey to a local, I don't want to call it a farmer's market, because these folks,
like a country store.
Country store, yeah, they take care of their own cows and chickens. They have everything up there, and they slaughter their own. Oh, excuse me, they dispatch. That's the new word. Excuse me, not that. They dispatch their own stuff. And Daddy Curbs. Okay, yeah, I think I'll give him a buzz. Not a buzz, but, you know, a message or something. And see what he says. How's he doing with his bees? I hope, you know, no beekeeper, you know, there's not a lot of competition in beekeeping, except for those folks that enter their honey in state fairs and whatnot, because every beekeeper feels the pain knows the pain when you lose a hive. It's not, it's something you don't want to experience, you know. It's pretty dark out here. Next week, we're
Yeah.
going to bring our production light.
You know,
We got one.
sunset 20 minutes
Sunset
ago.
20 minutes ago,
we're,
so
we're living on twilight.
we're living on twilight.
And the bonfire.
And the bonfire.
The
Well, we're on the
campfire.
wrong side of the campfire.
Campfire.
We need to be over on this side of the campfire. But so we got about 3 or 4 more minutes here because I don't know if you can see us.
I suspect they can. I mean, if we
Good.
can
I think
see
even
us,
though he has problems too, sometimes he got, oh, he has an aggressive hive. Is he in the south somewhere? You know, when you have a real aggressive hive, all you have to do is swap out that queen. Bring in a nice queen that's, is it Italian or Carnelian? That's nice and calm. Either of those, you know, different types of bees like Carnelian versus Northern. They all do different things. Some are better in the winter. Some are more disease resistant. Some lay bigger broods, stuff like that. So you kind of have to go for that. All right, can y'all still see us? Because I'm not going up there now and get the production light. And you've been so patient. Oh, he's lighting the sparklers. Okay. You are on the right side of the fire. The smoke is going the other way. Smoke's going the other way. I'm not concerned about the smoke. I'm just concerned about y'all. Bring a sparkle over here so they can see me.
they can see you. I don't want to get the sparkler that close to you.
Oh, bring it here. Yes, see you. I have a very wild sense of humor, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions? Who here has kept these or is thinking about it? You know, I say just get yourself a bee suit and try a swarm hive. You know, just now you got a sparkler. See what it's doing to my face? It's lighting me up there. Wait, I can move this way. Good. Well, look it's a streak across my face.
Well, that's the one on the far.
That's the one on the far side. You know, I was deadly afraid of bees before we started this. I really was. And once I got the bee suit on, I kind of went down like, yeah. You know, I didn't care because I knew they couldn't get through. And every once in a blue moon, if you don't have your veil on correct or something, one may get in. But if you're suited up correctly, costly equipment. eBay. I have a video out there that talks about the cost of beekeeping. eBay. Sometimes there are beekeepers that are going out of business. You may want to look in Craigslist. The only thing you want to be careful about, yeah, I hear you, Renee, but the only thing you want to be careful about is getting equipment from somebody. I mean, like as far as frames and whatnot. And if you do, just freeze them. Freezing will kill everything in there. You know, all the worms and things like that. And maybe you can catch a hive. You catch a swarm hive. I mean, the way we're losing them, if you set up shop, I'm telling you, bro, you'll get one. You know, like I mentioned in one of my streams, a fellow beekeeper who wins first prize every year at the fair, best honey, only uses swarm hives. Only uses swarm hives. I mean, it's amazing. And now that we have to, are our swarm hives still alive, honey?
Absolutely.
Oh, they're alive. Now I see why. They have more strength. They have more gumption. They have more get up and go. You know, they're
so
not
it's from a hive that survived.
Yeah, they survive. They're survivalists, you know, and they're like, they don't, you know, you don't have to, they're going to keep going no matter what you do to them. One swarm hive, one of the ones I we opened a few days ago, or last week, I should say. That's true. They were lethargic, but they kept going. They weren't like the other hives. Oh, when they get lethargic, they just want to lay down and die and eat their honey. This hive didn't lay down and die and eat their honey. They just kept going and going and going. I mean, they're just an amazing thing. So I think in the interest of daylight, you know, we apologize. It's only, what do you think, 10 minutes? Ooh, mosquito. And I have on bug spray. You know. Hi, Jatan. She's on Facebook posting. We're gonna call it a night and go in, and I'm gonna get ready for Simply 7 Living and text some ideas. Southern Yankee, how's it going, girl? You know what? Southern Yankee, don't worry about it. We're all just doing the best we can. You know, I watch Southern. If y'all don't know who Southern Yankee Homestead, Southern Yankee Journey, they're amazing folks. They did something, I want to tell you this, on a recent stream that I thought was awesome. They have 2 boys. I don't know the ages. Oh, I know they're in kindergarten and 1st grade, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're kindergarten and 1st grade. The father had one of them in the kitchen and was teaching him how to bake a cake. And I thought, how wonderful to see a father teaching his son how to bake a cake. And it was the father, not the mother. You know, because it's so important for men to know how to cook. You know, our son, I don't know, I mean, he's married now, but for a long time, he didn't know how to cook. He knew how to sew because he took it in school. But don't forget to put the links up. Oh, I won't forget, Renee. No problem. I will not forget. I'm going to put up both those links, 7 and 9. Her sons are 7 and 9. And I just thought that was so refreshing. So I almost can't see myself, folks. So we're going to sign out here.
Hope you enjoyed the
Hope you enjoyed the campfire. And usually it's like, how tall is that campfire?
Well,
we scaled it back.
When it's a bonfire.
When it's a bonfire. It's a campfire today.
20 feet high.
Yeah. So, Finite World, thanks for the live stream. Yes, you too. Thanks to everybody that came. And when it gets dark back here, I go to the house. I don't know what's back here. I hear sounds that I don't know what they are. I know
everything's friendly.
Yeah, everything's friendly, right? I know what frogs are. I know what bullfrogs are.
Actually, but if you don't talk for a second, they can hear all the night crickets and stuff.
Yeah, I let them hear the crickets last week.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, we'll tape the crickets for you. But there's other sounds. When it gets dark, there are no lights back here, folks. And so I'm gonna go back up to the house.
Just starlight.
We will.
No stars yet.
No stars. See, that's because they know. I'm going in, folks. I'm bringing down my production light, but folks, yes, thank you everybody for that came. Okay, Renee, we love you, sweetie. And I'm going to sign out and get ready to go to Simply because I don't know what animals come here. I don't know what comes at night. We got fox and everything. I'm not messing around with those animals, Mark. I'm not going to do it. Okay, take care. God bless everybody. And we'll see you soon.
Okay.
We'll see you next week when I'm down at that BR Sweven line. Okay? I have to go down there and investigate. Okay, bye. Good night.